Long ago, in the great city of Babylon, there was a strange silence in the royal palace at night. The stars above twinkled like little lamps in the sky. Many years ago, Daniel had been taken from his home in Jerusalem. But even in this new land, Daniel stayed true to God. He was wise, honest, and faithful. Because of this, King Darius, who ruled over the kingdom, liked Daniel very much. The king saw that Daniel had a good heart and could be trusted. So he put Daniel in charge of many important things. Without thinking much about Daniel, he signed the law and sealed it. Now, it could not be changed. The wind blew softly through the tall stone halls, but something felt different. They saw that the king trusted Daniel more than them. They became jealous and wanted to find a way to get Daniel into trouble. So late at night, under the dim light of the palace lamps, they gathered together and whispered their plan. All day long, the king tried to find a way to save Daniel, but the law could not be changed. In the quiet, a plan was being whispered among jealous men who wanted to get rid of someone who was loved by the king. He went up to his room, opened the window that faced Jerusalem, and prayed to God, just as he had always done. They led Daniel to the lion's den, a deep dark pit where hungry lions waited. Before Daniel was thrown in, the king said to him, "May your God, whom you serve so faithfully, rescue you." He knelt down, thanked God, and asked for help. The king sealed it with his ring so that no one could help Daniel. His voice shook as he called out, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God, whom you serve faithfully, been able to rescue you from the lions?" Before they even reached the bottom, the lions caught them. The lions were truly dangerous, but God had kept Daniel safe. That night, King Darius went back to his palace, but he could not eat or sleep. His heart was full of worry. Daniel did not hide his faith, even when it could have cost him his life. He prayed to God, and God protected him. When you are afraid, remember Daniel in the lion's den. Remember that God is bigger than any problem, any danger, or any fear. And he loves you very much. He said, "Everyone must respect and honor the God of Daniel. His kingdom will never end. He rescues and saves, for he is the living God who endures forever. He performs signs and wonders in heaven and on earth. He has rescued Daniel from the power of the lions." He trusted God completely and felt calm, even in the lion's den. Their golden eyes shone in the dark, and they growled softly. He prayed to God, and God heard his prayer. They all knew that Daniel prayed to God every day, 3 times a day, no matter what. Suddenly, an angel of God appeared, glowing softly in the darkness. "My God sent his angel and shut the lions' mouths. They have not hurt me because I was found innocent before him and before you, O king." The angel shut the lions' mouths so they could not harm Daniel. They ran to Daniel's house and saw him praying. At once, they hurried to the king and said, "O king, did you not sign a law that anyone who prays to someone other than you will be thrown into the lion's den?" Daniel was not from Babylon, but some other rulers in the kingdom were not happy. At once, he ordered his servants to lift Daniel out of the den. When they brought Daniel up, not a single scratch was found on him, because he had trusted in his God. They said to each other, "We will never find anything wrong with Daniel unless it has something to do with his God." He felt honored. They bowed low before him and spoke with sweet voices. "O King Darius, live forever." The next morning, these men went to the king. He knew it was meant to trap him. He was very sad because he loved Daniel and did not want him to be hurt. Still, Daniel did not hide or run away. "We have all agreed that you should make a new law. For the next 30 days, anyone who prays to any god or man except to you, O king, shall be thrown into the lion's den." King Darius liked the sound of this new law, but Daniel heard about the new law. The night felt long, but Daniel's faith was strong. The jealous men were waiting. The king answered, "Yes, the law cannot be changed." Then the men smiled and said, "Daniel, who is one of the captives from Judah, is praying to his God 3 times a day." When King Darius heard this, his heart sank. At sunset, the men came to remind the king, "Remember, O king, the law must be kept." So with a heavy heart, King Darius ordered his servants to bring Daniel. Then the servants rolled a big stone over the mouth of the den. Down in the den, Daniel stood among the lions. The lions lay down quietly around Daniel. Early the next morning, as soon as the sun rose, King Darius hurried to the den. From inside the den came Daniel's calm voice. "O king, live forever." The king was filled with joy. Then the king commanded that the jealous men who had plotted against Daniel be thrown into the lion's den instead. King Darius then made a new decree to all people in his kingdom. Daniel continued to serve in the kingdom and was given even greater honor, all because he chose faith over fear. This story teaches us something important. Even when people try to harm us, or when we face things that seem scary, we can trust God. Faith means trusting God, even when it's hard. So, be brave, have faith, and always keep praying, just like Daniel did. And that is the story of Daniel in the lion's den, faith over fear.